Welcome back to the 1999 Sydney Gay Lesbian Mardi Gras Parade. Well, she was supposed to be here last year, but I tell you what, it's quite difficult travelling from pre-history to now. You sometimes get within sort of 12 months. She's here now.
Thank you.
Zena, Princess Zena, Warrior Woman, of course, Lucy Lawless, and Renee O'Connor.
Thanks for having us, Bob.
Oh, it's fantastic to see you. Now, you two do realise that you are dicons. You are icons to the dyke community around the world. How did it happen?
That was my slogan. You pinched my slogan. How did it happen? I suppose it was inevitable, wasn't it? That two women...
we dress like this usually, and so we just kind of...
We did a piece, yeah. But, no, I guess it was inevitable because two women travelling through time with no visible means of male support, and I think just the lesbian community gravitated towards
That's right. And the thing is, with Zena and Gabrielle, there is a little bit... am I wrong in thinking this, and the girls wrong in thinking this? There's a little bit of unresolved sexual tension between the two characters?
Well, we will neither confirm nor
We weren't
deny.
going to discuss that tonight, though, were we really?
Well, have you got the same shoe size? That's what I'd like to know. Do you ever share...
We share shoes.
Do you share favours?
No, but I think they're past toothbrushes, and they're past toothbrushes in the relationship. No, she's not allowed to touch my weapon.
Yeah, I try not to. It's a bit tempting sometimes, but...
So when you settle down in the forest for the night, it's a two-man tent. Are you going to tell me anything?
Well, I don't know, Bob.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here, and there's a lot of people excited. Girls, have a look at this, the Bobby Goldsmith Foundation.
Who's Bobby Goldsmith, Bob?
Bobby Goldsmith was a leading figure in the Sydney gay community, one of the earliest people in Sydney to die of HIV. The BGF was formed in 1984, and Bobby, of course, was a gay game sporting star. He died from AIDS in 1983, one of the first people to do so in Sydney. It's the longest-running registered HIV/AIDS charity in Australia.
Very good.
This year, BGF has over 1,300 volunteers just for the Mardi Gras season, on which the organisation completely depends. In 1998, over $500,000 was distributed to over 1,000 clients.
Stunning. So how do they collect that money?
Fundraisers, donations, and trying to keep their visibility high.
That's wonderful. Who have we got here?
Sex is hot.
Sex is hot.
Positive sex is hot sex. People living with HIV and AIDS in South Wales. Blowing off.
Have you just found that everything you say tonight sounds like a lewd joke? Everything sounds rude.
You can't help it.
I know. Oh, there's bosoms on the screen, Bob.
Two volcano structures with lights, smoke and music, and people in each mouth. People are pushing the volcanoes and carrying the flags. Now, what are you two guys up to next? Are you in the middle of shooting at the moment?
We are, actually. It's your average day of, warlords and Amazons and,
How did you develop Zena's amazing warrior call? That's what I want to know. Is this a natural thing that happens to girls growing up in New Zealand?
That's right, yeah, it's your only defense, No, that is a bastardized version. This is a very discreet little system, isn't it?
We can do a Madonna concert.
Yeah. Celebrate.
So how did you develop the call? Was it your thing?
It was a bastardized version of an Arabic women's call. They'll do it at funerals and protests, and it's an all-purpose cry, really, Bob.
Renee, where do you think the relationship's going to go in future episodes of Zena?
Well, let me just think about that for a minute.
I can't tell you.
There's a schism coming.
Is there
There's always a schism coming.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Tension's always
on top of an ambush
titillating.
And another battle.
Yeah. See, that's kind of good. Everything sounds good.
It does. Look, well, absolutely. I'm just trying to be... Exactly. It's true, isn't it? I'm intrigued, though. What era exactly is it set in? I know you're running around the forest in New Zealand. But where are you? Where are you in time, and who are the mythical creatures? Where are they from?
Well, roughly speaking, we do. They live about... In those days, they lived 200 years or so. She met not only Julius Caesar, but... Jesus Christ,
Mary, the Virgin Mary,
John Cleese.
So they were well connected, they knew them all.
Yeah.
They did.
Running around the forest.
And those two guys were like 200 years apart, I think, but somehow they knew.
Your lesbian icons and your fantasy figures for lesbians all around the world. What's the feeling like, knowing that?
I think being here has just been so exciting, just to enjoy and part of the celebration. For me, especially, it's just been
I bet they went mad when they saw you coming up to our little hut.
Your lovely little hut. No, it's good. I've never had a problem with it, and I would hope that the show would go on to be,
The show couldn't be huger.
Do you think?
With the gay and lesbian community and with everybody else, of course. Here's the quilt. Oh, gosh. This is, again, such an important part of the parade, girls. It's the
remembrance quilt.
Right. There's the quilt, though. The Australian AIDS Memorial quilt being carried.
We've really been blown away by this. Such a failure of imagination. I never dared hope that it would be this good, and I'm really kicking myself that I hadn't come before.
It's huge. You got so close last year.
We did. We had our tickets and everything.
You had a late shoot.
We were in a water tank.
We were filming underwater, and we had a tank with about 40,000 gallons of water in it, and it exploded. All the rivets popped, and
we'd rather be here.
And they
Here's the shopping trolleys, girls. Shell's shopping trolley. This is the community support network. They've got a huge shopping trolley with 30 paper mache goods on the truck, followed by approximately 100 Shirley Purvis lookalikes. Have you heard of Shirley Purvis?
No, who is she?
Oh, Shirley Purvis is a wonderful mother from up the north coast of New South Wales, a character created, a very, very funny character, a bit of a daikon in Australia.
And those are big paper mache.
Absolutely. The community support network provides cooking, cleaning and shopping for people living with HIV and AIDS. It's a part of ACON, the AIDS Council of New South Wales, but it's run as a separate unit, and it's been going for 15 years.
Well, Australia's really got its act together in supporting
It certainly has.
community.
Sydney particularly has set the lead, really.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Good on you.
We're all very proud of.
Yeah, you should. Have you at the automat?
Is this a Maryland theme for something in particular?
Yes. You can hear Marilyn. What sort of reaction do you girls get when you go from different countries? Where would you say the fans are the craziest?
Here.
No.
Here, actually.
I'm proud of it.
It's very cool that Australia's really embraced the show and the spirit in which it's made, more than anyone. I mean, it's embraced in a lot of countries, but in that jokey, culty, taking the mickey spirit, nobody does it.
They have fun watching the show.
Oh, here we go. Now this looks like a promo for a stage musical which has just opened in Sydney, but in fact it's Oz Showbiz Cares, Equity Fights AIDS. It's a big mouthful, that one, but a wonderful group. They're the official HIV/AIDS charity of the arts and entertainment industry. It's they're doing a number from Chicago. Wow.
That's hot.
Oh, look at your view.
And all that jazz. 60 dancers performing a bossy number, doing the opening number from Chicago.
That woman just winked at me, Bob. What can it mean?
I don't know, Lucy. I've got a feeling it must have happened before. Have you prepared a response?
I haven't. I'm completely flabbergasted.
Again, it's not the official Chicago vote, but rather it's an acknowledgement that the production of Chicago, which is currently on tour in Australia, has raised $15,000 for this charity.
And they were doing that in New York too. I saw it in New York, and they also had attached themselves to an AIDS charity.
Absolutely. Well,
I guess because that's Posse.
It's old Posse, a great icon. The charity has raised $70,000 in the last year. They recently outfitted the new dementia ward at St Vincent's Hospital in Sydney, and this is their second parade appearance. Now that is a bunch of pros.
What are you calling them, Bob?
A bunch of pros. It's Australia for professionals.
Oh,
like you two.
My mum.
You guys look quite good on that float in these gorgeous dresses you've got.
I'm hoping to be on one next year. Actually, I've been really inspired. Did you like that, Ren?
Absolutely.
I tell you what, we might try and hold you to that promise.
I do, but I want one of those great big kind of Rio de Janeiro pieces like that. You know, the guy in the very beginning, that beautiful drag queen that was wearing that big peacock outfit. Something mighty.
Look at this, girls. It's the Smurfs.
Oh, yeah, they look great. Oh, those. Oh, my God.
Smurfs and berries in both a truck and a walking route.
Where does Smurfs come from? I didn't know that they were gay icons.
Well, they are. Everything. We appropriate everything.
There's only like one girl.
Look, they felt they're squishy. We love them. The Western Sydney Haven Inc. is a group of positive people and their volunteer carers. The theme on their float is real people making a real difference. The inspiration, an elderly coordinator, Pat Kennedy, is known as Nana Smurf by the members of the organisation. Oh, girls, well, thank you so much for being here. You finally made it.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Across the eons of time.
Clean me up, Bob.
The trouble is the luggage is probably in Delhi Pop Paris or somewhere, isn't it?
Don't need it.
Oh, Renee, kind of Lucy Lawless, thank you so much for joining us. You're watching the 1999 Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras Parade. We'll take a break.